All right, let's do it. Week 3 Monday Night Football reaction. Bengals win 19-16, late game touchdown, obviously for the Rams, but pretty much Bengals control the game in the second half. I'm going to talk about the defense because they impressed me the most. Offense, I give them a C- effort. Now, defensively, y'all, I'm not going to lie. Dax Hill might just be that dude, bro. He is turning into a star in front of our eyes. I see why they did not want to sign Jesse Bates to that long-term deal. Give him all that money when you got him roaming potentially defense. He has taken so many steps forward. And what's so cool about Dax Hill is that you can use him anywhere. You can use him in the nickel, the safety spot, blitzing coming down. He can do run stops. You could just use him in a multitude of ways, bro. He is a star in the making. Mark my words of that defense, man. And wait till when the game slows down and he gets it clicking. Boy, I tell you, he going to be next level. They found a stud in Dax Hill. Now I got to talk about Trey Hendrickson, man. He also lit up their left tackle, man. Had 2 sacks in this game. He had a really great game, pressure on the quarterback. And I got to give my game ball to Lou Anarumo, right? They were 0 for 10 on third downs, 0 for 3 in the red zone, 5 sacks in this game, and 2 interceptions. Defense absolutely won that game. They get my game ball. I give them an A- effort. It would have been an A if they didn't allow that last touchdown, miscommunication and stuff like that twice. But for the most part, the pressure packages Lou had, how he was sending different blitzers in, I love that. They played absolutely good football, man. And they held a really good offense. They were fortunate. Obviously, I can say A- because they gave up a couple of big plays, but they were fortunate enough like that Atwell was not a touchdown. Luckily, it looked like he stepped out. But the defense played really good tonight. Game balls go to Dax Hill, Trey Hendrickson. I give one to Sam Hubbard as well, and also Logan Wilson with the 2 interceptions. They played fantastic. But if the Bengals going to be a contender, their offense got to pick it up, man. I don't think they're a contender. I don't think they're going to beat elite competition, right? They can't hang with the Chiefs. They can't hang with potentially the Bills. They can't hang with the Dolphins, right? They cannot hang with the top elite teams right now. They just can't. And I'm about to talk about the offense now. Now, I want y'all to see this distribution. 49 passes, 19 runs. Again, and the runs ain't coming to the fourth quarter. Your quarterback is not 100%. And you throw the ball 49 times. Like, that's what I'm talking about with Zach Taylor and Brian Callahan. They are not good as play callers. Did they get better as the game went on? Yes. And I think some of it was Burrow because he was canning plays. He said can, changing the plays to different things, running the football. Some of the creativity, I will say this, some of the creativity was better in the second half, right? I will give them that. The creativity was better in the second half. That one play, that big play, 40-plus yard play to Jamar Chase, that was because they were running the football. The linebacker in the corner bit on the run play, and it set up the play action. That's what this offense needs to do. They throw the ball way too much. They are pass drunk. That's what you're going to hear me start saying about their offense. Pass drunk. 49 attempts is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And this man is pretty much hopping on one leg. Come on, man. Be smart, man. Run the football with Mixon. You could draft Chase Brown in the 5th round. Use your other weapons, right? And Mixon's showing you, even though his average went down to 3.4, for the most part, he's averaging 4.5, 5 yards a carry. Lean on the offensive line. That's what you got him for. And I think besides what people are saying, offensive line is good. Now, Cornell Wilson was getting whooped by Aaron Donald. But again, that's Aaron Donald. That's a future Hall of Famer. How many times are you going to face an Aaron Donald every single week? You're not going to face that pretty often. Now, in your division, you're going to face some elite pass rushers, right? But you're not going to face Aaron Donald in the interior a lot the rest of the season. So that is a bonus there. But I give the offensive line, they played pretty decent to me. A B effort, B plus. They played pretty good. They gave Burrow time. He got hit a couple times, but that line is a lot better. If you go back to 2020, 2021, leaps and bounds way better. All right, now another game ball offensively, got to give it to Jamar Chase. 12 catches, 141 yards. I love the way, like I said, back to the creativity. They used him in the offense, in the slot, in the outer boundary on the left-hand side. Motioning him over, that makes them next level. They need to continue doing that, right? Because then the defense is like, oh, where's he at? Where's he at? And then you're going to get defense to start to double him. That opens up one-on-one for obviously Tyler Boyd out in the slot, and also one-on-ones on the outer boundary for T. Higgins. Now, Higgins, you got to be better, bro. 2 catches, 21 yards. This boy, he at least had 2 to 3 drops in this game. You got to be better. You want this big money? You want this close to Justin Jefferson money? You want 25, 30 million a year? Hey, bro, that ain't going to cut it. Last game, I'll give it to you. You carried us offensively. You did your thing. But them drops you had, them 2 catches, 21 yards, hey, bro, that ain't going to cut it. Now, the addition of Tanner Hudson. Now, I know it doesn't jump out on the stat sheet for you. 2 catches, 30 yards, 4 targets. but he gives them a different dynamic. And the different dynamic is if the defense is going to play two cover shell, which two high safeties, and they're going to let you beat them over the middle of the field, he is a piece I think they need to use offensively. Obviously, Irv Smith was hurt. He got called up from the practice squad. I think he needs more playing time in this offense. I think even though it's a small sample size, I think he's potentially dangerous, and he can really help out. He's young. He gets it. He's going to get better and better, and he's that other target, Burrow, kind of that safety blanket when Chase or Boyd or Higgins isn't getting it going, or they're getting double covered, or there's nowhere to throw the ball. Hudson is that key piece for them. So they need to let him play more, I think, going forward. And offensive as a whole, run the football. How many times I can say it? Run the football. That's all they need to do. You run the football, you set up play action, you set up the big plays, and that's why you're seeing Chase. That's why this offense can't get big plays. The offensive line, to me, is blocking it up good. But if you're not running the ball and the defense can tee off on you, and that's the key thing. That's what hurts the Bengals. The defense just start teeing off. They know what you want to do. They know your tendencies. And when you don't run the football and get them kind of, on edge and don't know what you're going to do, then they can tee off on you, bring more pressures and blitzes. That leads to him getting the ball out early. That leads to more turnovers. Run the football. Be creative. And offense and go. But right now, assessment through 3 weeks, honestly, y'all, I don't see them as a contender right now. I don't even think they can make the playoffs with this team, right? Everybody else in the division is 2-1. You're fortunate that the Browns are going to play the Ravens. That's going to be an interesting matchup this upcoming week. But just got to hope Burrow stays healthy and continues to be able to play through and has high pain tolerance. But overall, they're not a contender, man. No disrespect. Obviously, I love my Bengals, but they got a lot of work to do. Defense won this game. I give defense the game ball overall. I already told you Lou Anarumo and the players I talked about. Defense gets a game ball. Defense won this game. It was not the offense.